2 set pieces. I thought for 44 minutes, I thought we were right in the game. I thought we were getting on top. And to concede the free kicks in the manner we did, or cheap free kicks. I don't know what Sido was doing for the a long ball from the back from a free kick. I don't know what Sido was thinking there in the 44th minute. Matt's made a foul. Matt's man scored, and then Sammy's giving away a cheap free kick in the far corner at the start of the second half after we had a little bit of a spell. Winnall scores again, and disappointing from 2 set pieces. But decent delivery, but we shouldn't be conceding goals like that. And then we get a penalty to get us back in the game. It just sums us up that we miss it and pretty much go out pretty tamely. Stevie picked up an ankle knock. Could have taken him off. We decided to stick him up top just as to keep him on the pitch. But it was a sorry tale, for the last 15 minutes because we didn't really get ahead of steam and have a go.
Is it in a way the story of the season? Because as you say, for the first 44 minutes you matched them. In fact, arguably, they scored in one of your best spells in the game.
Yeah, they did. And that has been a problem for us this year. We have conceded when we've been on top in games. We weren't dominant, but it was a good. We were giving them as much as we were getting, and we created a few good opportunities, a couple of saves from the keeper, a couple of good balls across the box, a couple of things that we could have done better with, and then we gifted them a goal in the 45th minute, and I don't know what the second one was, but again another gift. We've got to mark better than that, and it's not, the marking's not good enough.
And like I don't know what you can do because the goals are coming in and they're quite cheap goals.
They are cheap goals, yeah. Well, we just have to go again. There's 7 games left to get, like I said before, just to get better, to keep him trying to improve. We've got to have a look at who's available for the weekend now, and people have got to step up to the plate again. 2 defeats in 7 games. We need to go on. We need to get some points quick, but I think we're more than capable of doing that. But we've got to tighten up on everything that we're doing. As I say, you can't keep talking about playing well, and they're a decent side. We know that, but for 44 minutes we were as good as them. But the reason is we are mid-table is we have moments where we lose our concentration, be it at set pieces, be it for a mad spell on Saturday, and it isn't good enough. So we need to get as many points as we can quickly, and just make sure we're better.
And you talk about mental strength. What can you, as the manager of the club, do to work on players' mental strength?
All we try and be at this football club is positive. Is trying to get them to make their own decisions, trying to get them to make right decisions. And unfortunately, today Matt Richards has been probably our best player this season, home and away. He's missed a penalty and his man scored twice, and that probably sums up, where we are. We've got some good players, but at the wrong times we haven't produced, winning performances. And I'm not singling Matt out at all there, but I genuinely think he's been one of our best players. But tonight, his man scored 2 goals and he missed a pen. So where do I go? It's one of them. It's hard to keep criticising them. We'll pick a team for Saturday now. We'll dust ourselves down, go again, and we have to. We're professional players and staff, and it's up to us now to respond to 2 defeats. You can't lose 3.
But if I come back to the question about mental strength,
yeah,
what can you do, Mark? Because,
I've probably got to bring in
the same thing every week.
Well, no, you can't. No, but the fine lines between us getting something out of that game today and us not. If we take one of the chances that we create, we're 1-0 up, and you're on top of the game. But we concede with literally a minute to go before half time. You put the board up as they scored, so we've got to be better mentally, of course we have. We've got to be stronger. You know, we talked about, you know, not letting our edge drop, we talked about that before the game, but I think once Stevie got his injury and we missed the pen, I think the pen deflated us. I really do. I felt it could have been a good rally in last half an hour. I should not stick that away, but you know, good save from the keeper, but we needed that to go in.
And you say Saturday, you know, clearly you don't yet know about Steve Elliott.
Yeah, Steve.
Michael Hickley, any
ill
update?
Ill yesterday, had tonsillitis. Felt a little bit under the weather on Saturday, and spoke to Wes Sunday. Struggled, no better yesterday, and certainly no better today. So we needed him to stay away. We don't need other people catching it. Hopefully, he'll be back in and around on Thursday and Friday and for Saturday.
And a bit too early to say about Steve.
Yeah, he's doubtful, very doubtful. He took the ball, just screwed his ankle. He got a block in for a corner, and it just jarred his ankle open. So disappointing for him, disappointing for us, because he's been decent lately, and you know, it's up to somebody else to come and step in.
Mark, thanks so much indeed.
Cheers, Pete.
Mark, will you be glad to get the season out of the way, Bruno?
I'll be glad to get whatever it takes, John, to make sure that we have a strong end of the season. You know, you're always looking over your shoulder. I'm not stupid. I'm not thinking that, you know, things are rosy. I know that, but you're also putting plans into preparation, trying to look at what we need, what we do with players who are out of contract. You know, and making sure that we're better for the next 7 games and beyond.
You know, all those fine line games, you know, that you've lost, where you said it has been a fine line, you know, just lacking that edge, do you think, in a lot of games this season? Just
that mental edge.
Toughness, yeah.
I think if you get off to a better start in the league, which is I think pretty much what we've done for the last 2 seasons before this one, you get used to winning, you get used to not losing, and I don't think we've got used to that this year. I don't think we've gathered enough momentum, gathered enough confidence that has seen us edge enough of those, you know, those fine line games. And you know, we should have got something else. We should have won Saturday comfortably. We get beat today, you know, for 2 set pieces against a team who are not even the biggest, you know, the biggest physique in the world. You know, he's got good technique, Sam, and 2 good goals, but we shouldn't be conceding those 2 goals tonight. And yeah, people, I'm disappointed and angry and everything else, and I can imagine, you know, supporters are as well. So, you know, but we have to stick together. We have to go again, and make sure that at Hartlepool that we prepare right between now and then. You know, I made substitution. I took Brian off. You know, once we missed the pen, I felt there was an air of deflation in the whole ground. You know, I just felt that if we'd have scored it, could have got a bit of momentum. We didn't, and I just felt, you know, Byron has been excellent lately. I think we just needed to look after him, get Terry and Jamie on to look at, you know, to have a go. But obviously, when Stevie went down for the last 15 minutes, it became even more difficult against, you know, what are, you know, they're a good side, but so there's so little in between the divisions. Just they've got good players, they've got better players than us, obviously. We're not denying that, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, nothing spectacular really. They've got players who score 21 goals and they just grind things out.
And they've got players who do the right thing at the right time 99% of the time, and that's what you need sometimes. You know, you come away to, they don't panic. Even when we had a bit of play, they didn't panic, but we didn't press hard enough. We didn't get that goal that we needed. We didn't see it out at half time to 0-0, and that ends up you chasing the game. Sammy gives away a silly foul, and you give away another goal from not from nowhere, but from a set piece that we should never have given away in the first place. I think he got smashed in their corner flag, or just outside their box for that one. I think it was just a little bit of retribution for that, and it's cost us. And I'm not having a go at Sam, I'm not blaming Sam, but it's lazy minds, if you like. It's too cheap, and like I say, we need to make sure we got enough points this season, finish as strong as we can. We need to have a serious think about our recruitment for next season.
Yeah. What about recruitment before Thursday? You think you might want to get just a couple, especially with Steve?
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
being
it's
out?
going to have to be. We're going to have a look at something. We're going to have a look anyway. I was trying to do something, but we're going to have a little rethink now with Stevie getting injured. I had enough defenders. Now it depends how long Wes thinks he might be out for. We'll certainly have to make sure that we're covered in all areas.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.